What's up, everyone? I'm back and playing episode 35, and today's episode I am going to be working on mining for a lot of endstone. As you can see, I'm in the end and grabbing a whole lot of endstone. I actually cleared out a whole lot of endstone here, as by the amount of work I've put onto this. I have. Let me see. I I put in a good amount of endstone here, and that's surprisingly that all. And actually this is this is surprisingly the most amount I ever gotten by mining in the end. I usually forget sometimes to go to the end to go mine for endstone when I got shulker boxes. I never bring my shulker boxes or clean them out, so that gave me a lot of trouble. So yeah, I have to deal with had to deal with all that, had to deal with extra, and had to deal with many things. But also, happy Mother's Day, because I actually went over to my today I went to church and then went to my local to my to the cemetery to find my grandma. It's because it's Mother's Day, so I had to go over with my mom's my mom's family, like all all her sisters, her entire family. Yeah, went over, did a song and did some songs, good LDS children's songs and good hymns and strive to be songs that were actually kind of good. And 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 my favorite was Disciple of Christ, because it is so powerful. It is speaking the peace by just with a guitar. When we went over to when I got to the get to the grave, yeah, my my grandmother's my grandmother's name is gone. Just been replaced. And I was such annoyed by it because that was my grandma. Not and now we can't even and now we're having my entire my mom's side of the family is having annoyance and very displeased because that's that was our beloved grandma. Our grandma has been a key part of our childhood, and I am not mustering the strength, and I am not actually mustering the strength to just make a drama for people. Yeah, so I never liked I never like it. I am sorry for the sound. Hold up. Sorry. I'm trying to get it. I think my computer's burned out because there's so many Endermen in the end, so in the end, so that's come on, come on. Wait, let me get everyone over there. Oh, I'm out of distance. Thank goodness. Yeah, it was not the funnest. It was not even fun. It was not the funnest of seeing my grandmother's name not even put or even put on because it was just a small little metal plaque, like a little metal sign, and now it's gone, just being replaced, which I was super annoyed as well. And now there's another name there which is completely not belonging to our, to my grandma. Yeah, it was not the funnest, not even by a long shot. And especially about another thing. I have been another. Well, actually, it's not everything that bad. The only thing that is the only thing it was just that. It was just painfully that one. But actually, the entire thing was good except the complaint of just the heat. I live in the desert basin, and and the and man, what's that? What does my town go? I know there's a basin, and I know there's a Mojave. A city that has that is in three areas in the U.S. Three regions. Okay, I think it's probably Rocky Mountains, but I don't know. I don't know, but we're in. But my town is connected to the Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountains, the Mojave, and the Great Basin. And our town and my town is not will be popular for people who would live and probably like geographers who like find who would find this very interesting and very curiously because my city is St. George and it's a very good prosperous city, but it's not going to be prosperous because we're having a water problem right now. Well, not right now, but like a futuristic problem that needs to be finding a solution. But I have a solution for that. Have a solution. It may take a lot, but it will be an easy way of getting water. Here's my plan. If I were like a president or I want to make a great bill and make a project which which will be a huge long river, an artificial river, and it's going to go from the Pacific Ocean and then crossing through northern California to and then splits through the rest of Nevada and then all of Utah and then expands more and more and then go probably an extra more route to Arizona because Arizona needs some water. Needs some good old water. Sorry, my computer's not working. Is not wanting to be a compliant. Doesn't like to be compliant to me. I mean, it's just a machine. It. I mean, it's old, so sorry. My computer. It's just my computer. It's just not been updated. It's not used to all this high tech of like Nvidia type. Nvidia. It outlasted the. This thing was before Nvidia became such a profitable business. And it's still running. I'm surprised. I don't know why. I think I'm just and probably my mm, I think it's just because my fan must be broken. My computer fan is completely busted like fully busted like it will not compute and it's gonna burn up like a hot tamale. It's like a cooking like a stove right now. Cooking like I said every time. Every time when I say this, it's cooking like a stove because it's cooking like a stove. Oh, mamacita. Yeah, but it's also I've been very curious lately. Been very curious lately. I've been thinking every single time when I think about the Bible, about all the history. It got me thinking. How I want to learn more about the Nordics, Germanians, the French. Well, they're called Gauls in the time. But but I'm very curious about them because they are a they are noticeable in every for history people. For even for me, even I know more about European mythology, like the Greeks, a little bit more on the Nordics. That's all I know. But I want to know if I go back in time to know anything about the Nordics. The Nor or Nor well, not the Nordics, but like the Germanians, Gauls, the Britannicas, which is ancient ancient Britain. I want to learn every historical fact about them. But the Germanians are Germans, and they follow mostly about what the Nordics are. They believe in the Nordic culture a little bit, but differentiated because it's not connected to like to the original grounds of of like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Iceland. You'll you'll you get it. I'm not gonna go down that full list, but it's also good lessons to learn about since historically the Nordics were a force to be reckoned with. like if you hire them, they'll do the job, and they will be, if you just pay them with a good amount of coins, and then they'll do your job and finish the job by just being a by just being destructive. And especially on their crusades, they're more dangerous on crusades than anything else. And I'd say that's crazy. And that makes me think, I am LDS, but what happens if there were like true like Viking LDS? Would you what do you think? I'm think what I think of an LDS Viking is going to be like a Viking who believes in the Book of Mormon, and then apply apply for life for just being peaceful, and then just being a regular farmer or a lumberjacker, and fight with just diligence, not like violence. Nordics only do most of the Nordic tribes, they and Vikings, they just do it for they just go for plunder like a pirate, but they go with like giant amount of people, with giant clans. And I'd say that they are the most powerful group in Europe and in the world, until the Mongolian Empire just overtook theirs, because they stampede Asia and then reached to Europe, which is surprising. And that and then Genghis Khan just made it the biggest empire in the world, in the history of the world. But that taken by the Brit by Great Britain, not Great Britain, but it but the United Kingdom. Great Britain is here's the difference from from the United Kingdom and Great Britain. Great Britain is a powerhouse. It's for the British Empire, and the United Kingdom is just a state of an economic royal kingdom, with only just like, let me see, one, two, three, four, with four states and a bunch of territories across the world right now. If we're taking like let me see, the North, I gotta remember it. The Falkland Islands, the Georgian Islands, yes, and still like, and still colonial holding names for like Australia, New Zealand, a little bit on, probably not in South Africa, but Canada, yes, Canada. It makes more sense because they still have a prime minister. Just like Denmark, they still have Greenland, but still, and still. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Yeah, it's very great. It's very yeah. It's very admirable for all nations to be making stuff. They built their own empires by just scratch, and built so big they they have to do it. They have to build it with tyranny and destroying a people, like the United States. But we are not. We're not victims. We're victors as well. Look what we did. We caused a lot of trouble with all blacks. What happened to blacks? We made them into servitude with no much of a pay. And talk about like India. They were persecuted because they're Indians. They are second-class citizens to the British Empire. And what happened to the to Africa? They have been put into work. And let's just say it's not good. And especially I believe on China, yes, it's bad. And the Filipinos, yep, and but not really much on the Philippines because it's not, because it's big and good. Indonesia, controlled by the Dutch, yep. And Belgian Congo, that is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It was being used, being destroyed by Leopold II. Leopold II, destructor, and a very tyrannical leader by just making slaves on every people. And that's why people try to fight try to fight against the tyranny and build something better than just tyranny and just destroying people's backs. And that would be all. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe and watch all my videos down below. In the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next video, and probably I'm gonna go get my macaroni started because I'm hungry. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.